Happy weekend, man. I guess as happy as it can be, right? It's still a weekend. There's something to be happy about.
Could be worse. Could be worse. How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was good. Lots of good food. Lots of good times, and no, it was good. Waiting for New Year. I'm still here in Miami, so we'll be back for a little bit, dude. But yeah, how was yours, man?
It was good. It was nice. Good family time. Also waiting for New Year's. Wish you were here.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
We'd be going out.
Yeah, it seemed like some of the players had maybe gone out. Maybe they were too happy about Christmas. Maybe they had a really good Christmas, maybe. So why don't we jump into it, man? Because I warned you about these hammers, man.
What do those hammers do?
They come out swinging, mate. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another District Gooner Pod. This is episode 24. Rest in peace, Kobe. Arsenal, West Ham, finished 2-0, loss at the Emirates. Steven, say hi to the people, man.
Howdy. I like that. Rest in peace, Black Mamba. We remember you, bro.
We need some of that mentality, actually. Some of our finishers seem to be missing that Mamba mentality, bro.
Yeah, man. That was a tough day yesterday. That didn't go as planned, I don't think. When the lineup came out, I thought we were going to be hot. Didn't turn out the way I expected. It's kind of a rough game. But honestly, this 4-game run, I guess except Brighton, it's been coming, right? I guess you can say it's been coming. We've had quality opponents. This is probably the one we expected to really put it on at home. Didn't work out for us. It was a rough day.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I hate to mention this, but I feel like under the lights, when some of these games have a lot of meaning, right? I mean, last game of the year, you want to show out. Obviously, there's just like a lot of stuff. Declan Rice, Derby, and which, by the way, I'm fascinated listening to some of the English people and how much they underrate West Ham and how much they underrated Declan Rice to begin with. Like I hear a lot of people saying, "Wow, I didn't know he was that good." Like, do you not watch West Ham? He's been easily their best player for the last 5 years. So, like, what is everyone talking about, man? I didn't like that kind of mentality of maybe it's a London thing that people just don't rate them that much. But I don't know. I was a little disappointed with some of the result. Obviously, let's maybe just talk about general thoughts on the game. Obviously, it's not great, but I see the stats here. I think everyone's seen the stats, dude.
Woof. Absolute woof. It's a smash and grab by those boys. I think that was their game plan, right? It's David Moyes' ball, bro, and it worked out for him. Ouch. Hurts.
It did, and that's another thing that's underrated. David Moyes is underrated, bro. He's a good manager. Like,
they've had a good month. They've had a really good month. They've been getting results. Man, smash and grab job on us. That first 15, we're all over them. We are all over them like white on rice. And then out of nowhere, Emerson just puts in that ball like he's a world-class left back, like he's Zinchenko or something. That's, it's a calamity. That's a tough goal to take. But from how on top we were to that moment, that's West Ham ball, right?
Yeah, and I mean, so speaking about the goal, dude, it's twice now, back-to-back games where Zinchenko gets too close to Gabriel. The one where he went up for the header with Gakpo, I don't know what he's doing there. Mm-hmm. Same thing here. Why is he, touch steps with Gabriel? He's going to clear that ball. Is there no
Yeah.
communication? Like, it just, that's not good enough, dude. For a player that you think he's so technically gifted, he has a lot of awareness in the final third to keep the ball. Where is the defensive awareness? I just don't get it, dude.
Defensive awareness. I think that's the word. Defensive awareness is lacking. Because Gabriel handles that very well, right? To him, it looks like a calm clearance. Ball's coming in, he can't redirect it back towards the direction of the cross. He's like, I'll just send it back the other way, keep it rolling. Straight into his chest, straight into his, like, what? Yeah, why are you holding his hand? Why are you holding his hand? Doesn't make sense. And then obviously after that, we really didn't have a shot, right? I mean, did the ball go out? Did it not go out? In my opinion, it went out, but I understand the camera angle thing. I understand that. So we still should have done better in the entire game. That was just an unfortunate goal. Really unfortunate, because I think we had it handled absolutely. First attempt on goal for West Ham. First goal. Now let's fill the box with everybody we can.
Yeah, that was it, man. That was it. And then from there on, I mean, a player I want to talk about is, I'm just going to mention, how good was our captain? Let's start maybe on a little bit of a high. How good was the captain, dude?
Yes.
I mean, he can only do so much, man. He can only play so many through balls. He can only put it on the platter for you so many times. And it seemed like the only one he was up for. He was saucy from minute 2. I think he was dishing out megs left and right. So, big up the captain. Allow it with these captain talks, bro. Like, come on, bro. He's out here. He's doing what he can.
Yeah. From the get-go, man, he was saucing. He was feeling himself. The flicks and tricks were out yesterday. I think he was he's our man of the match from Arsenal. He had a great game. He's really, he was trying everything he could. He was the one player when we did get into the box, he's not dribbling into people just for the sake of it. He's actually trying to get around people, trying to find the ball. He had a few shots from outside the box, just didn't work out for him. But I think it was a captain performance in the sense that I think he really tried to drag us through the mud. Just didn't work. I think he depended on other people to finish some balls. Didn't happen, right? Didn't happen. But it's good to see him back to his standards, I think. I would say that this was a game where he's back to his standard.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude, 100%. So obviously, I gotta hit you with the high, and then I gotta hit you with the low, man. I mean, I'm looking at I'm looking at the doc here. Like, Saka, big chance miss, 3rd minute, straight into Areola. Martinelli, 37th minute, big chance miss. Why? I don't understand what's going on with Martinelli, bro. Is he trying to hit bins every time? Is it twice now? He's missed what I think is a goal. Like, he just misses it wide. So, 43rd minute, Saka hit the post, dude. I really thought that was going in. I'm glad he went near post on it. It's, left dominated foot, but he went with his right and he smashed it, man. That could go in at any moment. And then second half, more the same story to 55th second. 66th minute. Gabi Jesus, open goal, hits it over. Just not happening for the front three. Again, another big game where we don't have a goal from our front three. And we've talked about this. Defense can only get you through so much. If the defense makes a mistake, then the attackers have to bail them out. It can't be that our defense is bailing us out for 19 games, bro.
And to say that the back line didn't play well, I don't think would be true. West Ham, three shots on target, 2 goals. One of them was a penalty save. Like, damn, that's a tough way to lose a game. But you had this stat on here, I think it was from Squawka. 77 touches in the box, 30 touches in the game. I think we're the second team to have over 70 touches in the box and lose. We're also the second team to have 30 shots and lose. I think we're the first team to ever have 70 touches in the box and 30 shots and lose. So you'll never sing that, first of all. And I guess, second of all here, are we trying to walk it in? I don't know. I think there's a question of, I know after the game we're texting, like, is this a system thing? Like, what are we doing? But when you look at the stats, man, it's like we did play a good game. It's just, why aren't we finishing? Oh, we don't have a striker. Okay, so then where are your goals going to come from? Martinelli, Saka. They both had great chances this game. Didn't happen. Trossard had a couple good chances. Didn't happen. Odegaard had a couple good chances. Jesus absolutely should have scored that goal in the 66th minute. For me, that header, that's got to be a goal. Has to be.
How is that not being directed to the ground, dude? I don't even get it that he's not even... I can't believe he missed that.
Were tragic. They were not good. Trossard taking the corners. I don't know what he's doing. Why isn't Martinelli taking the corner after he puts in 3 duds? I don't know.
Why? Why was Trossard on the corners? I don't get it either, bro. It's the one thing that I actually feel good about Bailey at the moment. And you take it away from him? Come on, man.
Try to work something from the training ground. That just was terrible. Terrible. Yeah.
Trossard and Odegaard. Oh, my, I was so upset. I was so upset.
Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I can't believe you get that many chances and you don't get a goal. So is it a system thing? Is it a finishing thing? Is it a player thing? I don't really know at the moment. It's interesting. I think I had something else on here. Let me pull it up. This stat is brought to you by yours truly. I did some searching from the last 4 games. So we're talking about our run.
Let's go.
We had hit on this before. It's from Villa to this game. So we're talking Villa, Brighton, Liverpool, now West Ham. So over these 4 games, 81 shots, 24 on target, but only 3 goals. Over those 4 games, we've had 3 goals. And over those 4 games, 2 of those goals were in 1 against Brighton. Okay? That's not a good return. That's not good enough. The chances are there. They're absolutely there. So now the question becomes, why aren't they falling? Why?
Yeah, the game is so simple, right? I feel like the game is about ball control, decision making, and quality of execution. And we have a lot of ball control. The last 2, the decision making, I think that's just player by player at this moment, and some of the players just not making the right decisions. I mean, there were times where we were getting in the final third, and it just felt like we forgot how to play. Like, we know how to do everything, but then now that we're in your box, we don't know how to play football anymore. And then the quality of execution. The quality of execution has just not been up to the standards. And it's a shame because it's a game where you have to score goals, bro. So here we are. Look, I don't want to get too down. I feel like there's been a lot of tough energy out there. I mean, this is officially halfway through the season, right? So not a huge deal. I'm still very pleased with everything, with the performances overall, like where we stand. And I feel like people are just so quick to look over our shoulder and like, oh, here comes City. Like, oh, we're gonna lose it again. So it's just like we ourselves as fans, maybe as supporters, have just like a little bit of fear of failure, a little bit of a fear of just, we've seen it before. But I do want to say the team has been performing well overall. But to your point, it was coming. A loss was on its way. Something like this. And
yeah. So 4 points in the last 12. 12 points possible. We got 4 over this holiday run, and we still sit second. So I think that's the silver lining, I guess. As poorly as we're playing, as much as the chances aren't falling for us, we're still second. Only 2 points behind Liverpool. We're still in the hunt, which is a good thing.
Yeah, where we're supposed to be at like this stage of the season. It's a marathon, and who knows? January is right around the corner. So, but speaking more about the game, there was one player who was missing, and boy, did we miss him. Right?
Say his name. Say his name.
We missed you, King Kai. I mean, we did, bro. There was one pass, where Odegaard, when Smith Rowe was in, and he whipped it in, and Smith Rowe was just like inches away from heading it.
Yes.
Havertz heads that,
Yes.
Like, you watching Trossard again. I just think the West Ham midfield, maybe bigger, stronger. Trossard bullied, dude. He's just not comfortable in that number 8 role in some of these big games. And he also wasn't making the runs. I didn't see him make the run past the striker, like, at all.
He definitely plays more wide. Like, he goes out to the wide left a lot. I think Kai makes that forward run, like you're saying, almost like striker-ish. Trossard doesn't seem to do that.
And I mean, look, headers, second balls, it just not good enough. Trossard, I gotta be honest with you, I was not happy with his performance. I wanted him off at halftime. I wanted Nelly off at halftime. I mean, what's the point, dude? We got Reece, we got Smith Rowe, like 45 minutes. If the players are just not clicking, if the performance isn't there, come on, man, give him a run, give him a 45 minutes. If he gets hurt in 45 minutes, then okay, we need a new player. Okay, but like, you got to play 45 minutes, young man. Come on.
I think Trossard had a rough day. The left side was not good. Not good enough. That's between Zinchenko, Trossard, and Martinelli. Not good. Just didn't have a good day. At halftime, so halftime thoughts, I think we're on the same page. I'm looking at who's coming in. I had Smith Rowe on for Trossard. I think you had Martinelli coming off at half. It just wasn't happening. We have Reece Nelson. We have Smith Rowe. And you have Eddie. I think so. We have only really not enough firepower, but those are our options. In a game like yesterday, I think you got to make the move, personally. I would make the move early. I think Smith Rowe probably did the best of those 3 subs.
He looked like he was up for it. I agree with you.
He should have come on earlier. This is a game for Smith Rowe because of how compact they are. Who's the one guy that's potentially going to dribble through people, right? Have that moment where he can glide past maybe 1 or 2 challenges and get a shot on target. I think it's Smith Rowe. That's his game. I think he should have come on earlier. He had that one shot late on that wasn't very good. He didn't get any power on it. But yeah, man, got to get some subs on. It's a tough game, man. Tough result.
Yeah, gotta get some subs on. And I'll tell you one thing, dude. Speaking of subs, no one is missing Fabio Vieira. Isn't that just a tale in its own? That I haven't heard one person say, "Oh, you know who would have made a difference today? It's Fabio Vieira."
That's facts. I mean, forget that he's gone almost, right? This game would have been perfect for Havertz. I think this game is perfect for him. Got all these big dudes on West Ham. He's able to win aerial duels. Perfect. Making those late runs into the box. I think we ended up having to cross a lot of balls, right? We're not able to get through, even though Martinelli and Jesus thought they could dribble through people, which was insane. Over and over, just getting stuffed. Crazy. I was getting very annoyed with that. But then we started crossing the ball. That's Havertz's game, right? Far post. See if he can get his head on it. Flick it back across. Maybe I think it could have happened for us. But Fabio. Yeah, Fabio who?
Fabio who, dude? Yeah, no, 100%, man. And I mean, so I agree with you. There was a couple of times where I would look up and yeah, like you could see the player would set up the cross, and I think we're just so small. Whoever's in there, like it's Trossard, Odegaard, Jesus. Like when Jesus gets his head on it, he hits it over. So like we're just hurting a little bit, man. And also, I had the same thought on their second goal. On West Ham's second goal, you watch the corner, you see the man marking, and I think it was Trossard on Mavropanos. And their other big guy was being guarded by Zinchenko. I saw that, I was like, oh man, that doesn't look great. And the ball got whipped in, gets his head on it. I do want to say respect to Mavropanos for not celebrating. I mean, the guy played 7 games for us, and he's more of an Arsenal man than Robin Van Persie, bro. Let me get that on the pod, young man.
We're not hurt by that. We were never hurt by that.
So, look, another thing to call out about the game, we did see a save from our goalkeeper, didn't we?
Surprise, surprise.
That's probably the most meaningless save he's made for Arsenal Football Club, bro. Like, when he does make a save, it comes in this situation. Are you kidding me? I was upset about that too. Like, let's let that go in, dude.
I feel that's maybe a good thing to take away. I at that point, right? 2-0. What was it? The 95th minute. That was just to put the icing on the cake for them, I guess. I'm surprised Ward-Prowse didn't take it.
Yes, but I'll tell you what, man. I think I called this out on one of the very, very early pods that maybe David Raya is better at penalties than Ramsdale. I do think I called this out, and that was a very good save, to be fair to him. Like, it's a good hype, but it's a good save, bro.
He committed to that one, right? He takes that quick step to his left. Bang. Gets it. But I'm surprised Ward-Prowse didn't take it. There was a few decisions, I guess, where the referees the issue in this game. Absolutely not. I'm gonna say absolutely not. But I'd like to get your take on a few of them. So that ball on the first goal, out of bounds or what?
I guess I get the argument that it's not conclusive, but also his leg is past the post. And you can't see the ball. So that must mean that the ball is also past the post. So that's just how I look at it. Like, logically speaking, I get it. We don't have the footage. But it's like, okay, his leg is behind it and I can't see the ball anymore. So I'm guessing it's out. I thought it was out. It's insane that we don't have the technology. I did think Mikel handled it better. But I guess when it happens to you twice, you do handle it better. Like, it's such a fool me once, shame on you, right? Like, I mean, fool me 3 times, then, I guess the chopper comes out. That's what Cole said, so we'll see. But I'm not impressed with the refereeing. I agree with you. I don't blame the referees for the loss at all. I just, like, we should have executed better. But it doesn't help that we see these mistakes over and over. And also, like, where are the assistant referees? I'm starting to feel like now the assistant referees aren't even being assistant referees. They also rely too much on the video assistant referee. It's too much of like, oh, the boys will get it upstairs. It's like, I don't think they will, bro. I don't think they will.
I get that. I kind of feel that sometimes. Not even the assistant referees, but the main man in the center. They don't. How often do you see pens called straight up? And I understand that the Declan Rice one was, because that was absolutely a pen.
Yeah.
That was in front of God and everybody. But a lot of times they don't call anything, right? They wait for the callback. You don't see a lot of pens called immediately anymore.
It used to be called a lot quicker. I agree with you. It used to be a lot quicker.
I think that's a shame. Like, they completely rely on it, which is part of their issue to me. If you call it on the field and the video referee can't overturn it, I think that feels a lot better than having to go look at the screen. And then then that makes us be like, well, the ref didn't do his job in the first place. It's obviously a penalty, right?
Yeah.
Make the call. And if you made an error, they will call it back. If they're like, hey, there was contact, so we're going to leave it, then it's a penalty. 2 penalty shouts, I guess, during the game. There was the one where they said there was potentially a step on Saka from, I think it was Ogbonna. I didn't think that was a penalty. And I can't believe they wasted 3 minutes reviewing that.
Yeah, it looked like... So someone was telling me that maybe he got clipped from behind. I didn't see him get clipped from behind. I did think he just went through Agbana, but it's one of those where the player's not going to get to the ball. So for me, it's like not a pen, I didn't think that was a pen. I was okay with it. And then I see...
Old buddy Graham Lasso. I mean, let me jump in on him, because you know how much I love him. He's talking about the short grab on Ogbonna. Well, with the short grab, just shut the hell up. I don't like that guy. All right, carry on.
Yeah, I wasn't really listening to the commentators, man, to be honest with you. Once I saw Graham, I was like, okay, well, it's one of those days. I'll just make up my own opinion on it. The other one that you have here is I think it's another decision that you think was maybe potentially a pen.
Yeah, this one I think. I guess it's hard to know where people stand on it. So Jesus dummied the ball, gets taken out by Souček, who came in for a tackle, right, to block the shot, but he dummied it, who then he subsequently just completely takes out Jesus. Martinelli has a great chance, which he put wide. Should have finished it. But then he put wide. There was a review on it. That's a tough one because he doesn't actually get the ball, right? He dummies it, but he gets taken out. Do you think those are fouls or no? I'm thinking if that happens in the center of the park, it's a foul.
Yeah, but in the box, I don't think
Right.
it's a pen. I really don't think it's a pen. If Jesus took a swing at it and got taken out, I think that's given, right? But if he takes a touch even and he gets taken out, I think it's given. But the fact that he just kind of beats him to the ball, but also leaves it, and at the same time, you were thinking, Nelly should score that, bro.
That's the ultimate, like we started with. I don't think these decisions affected the game because that one, to me, it's a toss-up as well. If the contact is more direct, I think it's a pen. But because it leaves it up to be subjective, like it's okay that he didn't call it. But you got to finish. You got to finish that ball. It's a great dummy.
It's a great dummy, but I tell you why I say if he takes a swing at it, I think it's a foul, because there was a set piece, right? There was a corner, Odegaard played it, top of the box, Trossard gets to the ball, takes a swing at it, he gets taken out. That is a foul. I don't know how that's not called as a foul.
That was that Kudus
That's
guy.
crazy to me.
Kudus, who all game, I kind of thought he was going to get a yellow card because he was coming in hot all day. That was absolutely foul. If that was in the box, VAR is definitely calling that one. Yeah, that was right outside the 18. That was probably 19 yards out.
And the ref is standing
right
there.
there.
What? How does the ref not call that? I don't understand.
Yeah, right there. But it's a game of chances. That's what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
It's a game of chances. You know, as the crow flies with West Ham from point A to point B, they get 2 goals off of that. We get 30 chances and we get nothing. So that's how it goes. That's football, huh?
That's football, dude. That is football. So let's maybe move on from the game. There's only like a couple of things to really talk about, right? Which January is right around the corner. What do you think will happen? Anything?
I think something's gonna happen. I don't know where. When you look at our team, man, we need help in all phases, huh? We really do. I would assume that it's either going to be attack or defense. So defense, we're light. Obviously, Kiwior doesn't get any shouts right now, right? I think he's not going to play left back.
No, Zinchenko keeps playing unless we completely change up the system a little bit, where it's those 3 defenders and Ben White is just going on and on and on. But that gets to my point of, like, are we too predictable right now?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why we should go and get a player just to change things up a little bit. Some of our play has just become maybe too predictable. He goes to Saka, he gets double team, he's going to cut back. He goes to Nelly, he's going to cut back. Like, the cutbacks are getting hammered now, and the defense, you know, the overlaps, the runs, the middle, it just feels too predictable, the pattern of play to me right now.
That's fair. And then, but my playing the other side of that would be, but we still did get 30 shots. We have had 81 shots in 4 games. Is it a striker thing? Is it a finisher? If we have a finisher that's actually putting things away, I think it's a different conversation. Let's think about, January, we have Partey coming back probably. We have Tomiyasu coming back. They are both then leaving for international competitions. So either one of those guys, we could see Partey move at right back like at the beginning of the season. We can obviously have Tomiyasu at left back, right back. So defense could be solved, but they're not going to be there. Striker. Is Jesus going to be our true 9? You know, I really am starting to like the idea of buying a striker and then having Jesus able to play out wide. You know who would be great at left wing right now? Jesus. I think Nelly needs to sit, personally. I think it's time for him to get a rest. He's obviously not in form. It'd be nice to be able to move Jesus out left and then have someone play striker. And I don't think Eddie's that guy right now either.
I agree with you, and I think it's got to be a striker. It has to be a striker. I don't know if it will happen. I hope it does. But yeah, we don't have a Mamba up top, dude. We need Mamba up top, and we just do, man. Because even those crosses, like, if you have a proper striker, maybe he gets at the end of one of those crosses, dude. Someone that runs into the box is just not there. Too many of them are standing on top of the box. Also, I better not see any more fake shots, dude. It's like fake shot, fake shot, fake shot. Take a shot, dude. Like, there was one where Declan Rice hit it, and I thought that was going in, man, where he just went over. But, like, our midfield is just not taking enough shots. It's fake shot after fake shot. You have to take a shot for the fake shot to work, dude.
You can't keep pump faking and then not shoot.
You just can't. That's not how it works, man.
So I think there will be moves in January. I don't know where. We could buy any. It could be anything, really. I do kind of hope that we sell a player, so maybe we can bring in somebody better too, whether it's Smith Rowe or Eddie. Those are my two candidates to move on, personally.
Yeah, and so speaking on the system, I'll tell you this, man. Right before the game kicked off, I did think, why couldn't Jorginho play the pivot with Declan Rice? Man, just put Trossard out wide. Like, we've seen it against Manchester City, so Jorginho can play the pivot with Declan Rice against Manchester City. Give him a shout. Even El Neni. Like, I really thought if we're going to change some of these things up, maybe Declan moves out of the 6 to go to the 8, and one of those two players can play in the 6. So I don't feel like we need a midfielder. I feel like we need an attacker, and if it's not a striker, it better be a winger, because we need competition. Because also, Saka is not executing the way that we expect him to execute, and maybe it's because he's played all of December. Give the man a rest, bro.
Man, this is a tough one. It's a tough one to know where to go. Reece Nelson, I don't think he had a great showing, to be honest with you. I don't think he had a great showing.
No.
Well. Here's what I would like to see, personally. If I could write my notes to the manager, here's I think what I would like to see.
Send it.
Jesus on the left, Trossard at the 9, Havertz at the left 8. I think that's a possible solution. Okay. I think Havertz and Trossard would work well together. Right? Trossard likes to play the false 9, drop in. Havertz likes to make those runs through, potentially through the back line, their back line. I think that would look nice. I also think we've had good runs with Trossard at 9, but we always tend to go away from him. Last season, we had that really good run with him. When Jesus was hurt, Eddie played for a while, stopped playing well, put in Trossard. He had a good run of games, went unbeaten. Then Jesus comes back and boom, he's out the lineup. Then this year, we had the same kind of thing. Trossard, I think, played up top a couple games. 2 or 3, maybe 2. Unbeaten. Jesus comes back. He's out. I'd give it a shot. I think Martinelli needs to rest. And I think that's probably our best option, man.
That's a really good shout, dude, because I don't feel like Trossard should play the left 8 anymore. I really don't. He has to be either wing, or I wasn't even really thinking about putting him at the 9, the way you suggest. I really like that suggestion. That feels like a good change up of also countering some of our predictability.
That's fluid, and he's a goal scorer. I think he's probably one of our premier goal scorers on the team right now. I think he hits it well. He has great technique, and he's always looking to score. Always looking to score. Will he get those free headers and put them in? Hopefully. He did a few times, right? Remember when he put his body on the line against the post?
Yeah.
He's had a few headers, so I think that's it. I honestly think that's a really good shout right now.
That is 100%. So, I mean, with that, maybe we look ahead to Fulham away on Sunday. That's the only positive thing I can think about, is that the next game is in 2 days. Like, well, depending on when you're listening to this, but it'll be on Sunday. So this game did feel like also we had a very long break. It was weird, man. It was a very weird long break. So I didn't like it. So that's good. The next game comes very fast. And Fulham away, bitter taste when they came to Emirates and got that draw. Which I guess is another thing that, as a fan base, we've become a little spoiled, man. I know you like to hit on this London derbies and how undefeated we've been like the last 18 or the last 20, so we have become a little spoiled too. But this one, it's a must win. Honestly, like we have to win.
Yeah. We have to show up.
We have to bounce back, dude.
Show up, show out. We have to get the 3 points. 4 points in the last 12. Not good enough. Not good enough.
The only worry I have is an ex-Arsenal player is in goal. And it's just Arsenal playing against ex-Arsenal players, man. We'll see. That's my kind of only worry. I expect a good showing. I expect 2-0.
2-0. What changes to the lineup? I know we kind of just touched on it. Our own thoughts. What do you think actually happens?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked your suggestion. What do I think actually happens? Well, Kai Havertz comes in. I think Zinchenko plays, even though I'm very upset with Zinchenko. In the game, there was one header that he headed back to their player, and at that moment, I just wanted him off. I wanted him off, dude. But hey, he plays. He's our best option right now, right? So, backline, same. Havertz comes back in. I liked your shout for making those changes. If not those changes, I want to see Smith Rowe out there. I want to see Reece out there. I've seen a lot of people say, like, I've seen a lot of Martinelli compilations going around on the web saying, like, the sun will shine on us again. But, like, I'm not here calling for his head, dude. I just want a break for him. Like, I fully back the player. I fully believe in his ability. You don't just score, like, double digits in the Premier League and then, not be that kind of player at 21. So I fully back him, but I don't want him to start next game. That's just it.
Okay. I kind of, as sad as it is, I think he runs it back. I just do. I think he runs it back. Same squad, except Kyan, because he's back. I really think he runs it back. I don't want to do that. Of course, I just gave my opinion. I think Trossard up top, Jesus out left, Zinchenko stays. But I think Arteta just runs it back. How well we've been playing, technically, the amount of chances we've been getting, we're still dominating games. But it's about the result, right? It's all about the result. And I think to get the result, a change needs to be made, personally. Yeah,
and now that you mentioned it, he probably will run it back, dude, because I'm looking at the schedule. This is the next Premier League game after the Fulham match comes on January 20th.
Yep.
Big break there. But after Fulham, 7 days after it, we do play Liverpool in the FA Cup, third down, and that does feel like a game where, some of our key players will be playing. Again, I don't expect anyone to rest. So, he'll probably run it back. I think you're right, man. I think you're right. What's your score prediction?
3-1.
3-1, Bernd Leno scores on us?
If he's so lucky. Yeah. I'll go 3-1. I don't know. I usually go for a clean sheet, but maybe I'm the jinx here.
Fair. All right, man.
Before we wrap up, I do have something for you. A question. And this is a real talking head question, but it's fun. So if we're on Stephen A, some first take here. If we don't get a result against Fulham, are we like hitting the panic button?
Oh, I think the fan base will be fully panicked. I don't know about the players. The players, hopefully by now they've learned about some of these slumps. It's not the first time we've gone through these slumps, but I think the fan base will be panicking. I do not want to see Arsenal Twitter come that day. And then the vibes just sour. And then maybe the stadium is anxious every game from then on. And you never want that kind of energy as we're really about to start getting on the roll to go for it all. So, yeah, dude, fan base will be panicked.
You can sense the emotional state happening again. Can you not? I can just feel it. We're getting, like, just from the socials, just from the results, it seems like that emotional stuff is starting to happen again. If we get 5, even if we draw Fulham, it's 5-15. That's 10 dropped. I could see a lot of the talking start to happen about we've lost the league. You know, now we're just fighting for a Champions League spot, yada yada.
Yeah, those talking points are already written, bro. That will be tough. Maybe they'll start calling for the manager's head again. I don't know, man.
That'd be funny.
All right, man. Well, wherever you're listening, hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, enjoy your weekend. We'll chat with you after the Fulham game, hopefully with good, positive energy. And hey, if you like the podcast, please rate and leave a review. Also, share it on social. It's the best way for others to find out about us.
Be easy.